See, the goal of human form of life is to evolve with education, culture and devotion. Which education? It is the education that helps us to distinguish between matter and spirit and to know the supreme controller beyond everything. So when this education is instituted, then a human being can awaken that intelligence by which you can liberate the spirit from matter. Just like you can liberate a parrot from a cage. Without this education, all other mundane education that is meant for increasing the science and technology and medicine and just for alleviating the miseries of the body and mind by medical advancement, or by increasing the technological amenities and facilities and gadgets to increase the comfort and luxuries for a better material life. Such education is considered very inferior. It's called Jada Vidya. But the education that liberates spirit from matter by elevating the knowledge of the spirit, that education is actually considered special, which is taught in the Bhagavad Gita. And the culture is art, paint, poetry, dance, sculpture, all these things are coming in the aspect of culture. Culture also includes food also. So what type of food we eat, what type of painting we do, like the Vedic literature abounds with examples of such amazing sculpture, not just the literature, it is visibly seen in India. The sculpture depicts what is taught in the Vedic literature. The paints of the Lord's pastimes, the Bharatanatyam, Kuchipudi and all these dances, they depict the activities of Lord in relation to the devotees and killing of the demons and establishing dharma. These things are depicted through the arts, poetry, sculpture, painting, singing and dancing, all this, and food. All these things make the education practical, relevant to the lives of the mass of people. For the class, the knowledge and intelligence may be very suitable, but for the mass, the knowledge and intelligence is translated as culture. And combining these two things together, one can awaken the devotion, which is the ultimate goal of education and culture. The devotion to Supreme Lord Krishna. And the devotion is not a passive feeling that somebody says, I have some bhava, I have some bhakti. No, it is called devotional service. Bhakti is actually translated by Prabhupada as Bhaktimaya Seva. Because if somebody says, I love the Supreme Lord, that love has to be manifested by service. One of the services is to chant the holy name, rise in the morning and perform all the activities for the pleasure of the Lord, including worshipping the deity and hearing the Vedic literature and cooking the food and offering bhoga to Lord and dressing the Lord, decorating the Lord, bringing flowers for the Lord and all these things. So Prabhupada says the devotional services may be laborious, but when they are done, they amount to purification of the jiva and elevating him to the spiritual position. And as one advances in the path of devotional life, one will understand that the Supreme Lord is praised and glorified by all the elements. Like we offer the fire as arti, we offer the sound with the conch shell, we offer the water, we offer the kerchief, we offer the fragrance of the flowers, we offer our mind, not only we offer our body, we offer the body by doing Ashtanga Pranam, we offer the mind, we offer our intelligence by studying the Vedic literature. In this way, devotional service is executed by an individual with all the material elements and spiritual element, which is the soul. In this way, this kind of performance of devotional activity, what is the proof that it is done properly? Na utpadiye jajaratim shamayevahi kevala. dharmasvanushtita pumsam vishvaksena katasu yaha na utpadayet adiratim shramayeva hi kevalam. If the devotion is awakened, it will lead to love for the Supreme and love for all his parts and parcels. If the religious rituals are awakening hatred for the other living entities in the world, and it leads to fanaticism, it leads to fundamentalism, you will find in the name of religion there are so many riots going on, and in the name of religion there are many people who form groups and attack the other groups. So these are all cheating religion, as Prabhupada explains in the Srimad Bhagavatam purports. The true religion is one which awakens love for God and love for all. And that is the end result of practice which Prahlad Maharaj achieved. He taught his friends also. In the Gurukula, they were taught economic development and forming groups and politicking. That's what they were teaching, Chandamarka. But Prahlad did not like it. He called his friends during the lunchtime and taught them Bhagavata Dharma, which teaches that there is no enemy except your own mind. All jivas are Krishna's part and parcels and Krishna's children. So one should see all living beings as with a reverential eye. One should not cause harm even to an ant, what to speak of harming other humans. So in this way, the true religion concludes in Bhagavata Dharma. And such a Bhagavata Dharma, there is no full stop to that. It is ever-evolving love. So Srila Prabhupada says, love is the last word in transcendence. And to express that love for God, there are varieties of ways, services, what Srila Prabhupada engaged devotees in painting spiritual pictures, and putting up Rath Yatra festival, building temples, performing aartis, installing deities, printing and publishing books, glorifying the Lord through lectures and books, and distributing the books, and performing utsavams, festival for the Lord, performing yajna, dana, tapa. There are innumerable activities in praise of the Lord, and the topmost of all of it is the chanting of the holy name. Yajnana japa yajñosmi, the Lord says. So, when one chants the holy name and purifies the heart, then all other wonderful devotional activities follow in the life of a devotee. And in this way, the whole world can be transformed into spiritual world. With all living entities, keeping the divine couple, Radha Krishna, in the center, and aligned in service to them, and leading a peaceful life here, and preparing a bright future in the time to come, beyond death. So, this education, culture and devotion, they are supposed to be applied on the Supreme Lord. Idam kipumsas tapasas shrutasya va svishtasya suktasya dabja buddhi dattayoho avicchito artha kavibhir nirupito yaduttama gunanuvarnanam. Here he says all the arts, science, poetry, literature, everything, and all the different type of skill sets and talents of human beings should all be applied for avicchito artha kavibhir nirupito. It should be applied on the Supreme Lord for His pleasure. Tapasvino danaparayashasvino manasvino mantravido sumangala kshemam na bindanti vinayadarpanam tasmai subhadra shravase namo namaha. So in this way he says, even the tapasya is performed for His pleasure. And the dhan should be given in relation to Him, not independently. And the famous people should actually glorify Him, understanding Him to be the supremely famous. And in this way, those who can speculate should use the speculation to come to the right conclusion. Vasudeva Sarvamiti, Samahatma Sudalabha. And those who can chant the Vedic mantras beautifully, they should chant mantras in glorification of Him, the Vedic chant, Veda Ghosh. In this way, everybody should utilize their commodities and qualities and skill sets and talents and their abilities, everything in glorifying Lord Hari. And that is the purpose of education, culture and devotion, leading all jivas back home, back to Godhead. In this way, Prabhupada started this movement with the sound vibration of the chanting of Hare Krishna, which forms the foundation of the building of the ISKCON society. Like Prabhupada went to the park, he chanted Hare Krishna, from there the movement began. Now the whole movement worldwide is kind of standing on the sound vibration, because the sound vibration of the holy name is the innocent call of the jiva and longing for the Lord, seeking shelter in Lord's lotus feet and filling up one's life with supreme auspiciousness. Therefore, understanding this reality, this fact, one should chant the holy names, understanding that I am laying a foundation for my bright future of development of spiritual consciousness, which actually begins with the utterance of the holy name. Harinam Prabhu ki